Alright, so I ain't gonna show my face or nothing right now because, whatever. But anyway, yeah. So, I've been having trouble with my job. I shouldn't say job because it's not a job for me, it's work. You feel me? And I ain't knocking nobody that has their little job. You know what I'm saying? I just felt like for me that was like a little rinky dink for me. You know what I'm saying? Just to get some money coming in. I'm blessed that I was able to get that job because at the time, my position, nobody really knows what's what. But in my position, I needed that. I needed that work. Feel me? So I can get money, so I could take care of what I need to take care of, and I wouldn't be in my own little spot right now. You know what I'm saying? But back to the story. All right, so everybody know, like, well, a lot of people know that I'm a military brat. So, when it comes to getting on base, before I didn't have a problem because you have to have an ID card. All right, so I didn't. I I got to the age where I don't have an ID card anymore. I'm not considered a dependent anymore. I'm considered a citizen like everybody else that's not in the military, have no association to the military. I don't care. That's not what the issue is. But the fact that I was working on base, that's what became an issue because people know, especially the people that's in the military, know that when you get on base, you gotta show your ID card. So I don't have that. So the only thing that I could show was my license and tell them that I work on base. So when I do that, the place that I work at, they put you on the access list. So when you go through the gate, you could just say, hey, show your license. Hey, I'm on the access list. Um, you know, whatever. They check on the access list. All right, you can go ahead because you're good. Sometimes, like when I first worked there, there was times when I wasn't on there and somebody had to escort me in, meaning somebody from my job had to escort me in. So, that was crazy, but I was late obviously going to work, but hey, it is what it is. So anyway, yeah, so last week, was it last week? Yeah, last week, um now, another thing is I'm transitioning into a job. The job, the reason why I call this a job, because it's a job. It's not just work. This is something where I make more money. I could do more things. It's more of a job. Where I was working at was just work. It was just come in at this time, leave at this time, bye. That's all it was. You know what I'm saying? I had I was working with Mexican people or Spanish people, Mexican people, and so I didn't understand what was going on. They speak their little language. I ain't knocking that. I ain't got nothing against that, but it was just like that's why I said it was just work because it wasn't like a communication thing where we all talking and hee hee ha ha. I don't do that when it comes to work. Now, if it's a job, then I'll make that kind of relationship with the people I work with. But if it's just work, nah. I'm finna do my work, do my job. Hey, your name is... I couldn't tell you one person's name in there. I couldn't. Like, to this day, I can't tell you one person's name. I don't care about their name. I just want to go to work, make my money, and go home. That's it. And that's what it was. So, I couldn't understand that people, no way. They talking in Spanish the whole time. You know what I'm saying? Like... So, I mean, I ain't got nothing to relate to them with, you know what I'm saying? But whatever. So anyway, so now this is after the fact that like I said, I've been transitioning jobs and I got my little paycheck from the last job. It wasn't a lot though. You know what I'm saying? It was enough to get by, I would say. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't enough for me, but it got me where I needed to go. So, now, I didn't have much gas. I tell you, I probably had a half a tank of gas. Now, my job is about 30 minutes away. My car swallows that gas. Like, it swallows it. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm like, all right. I'm thinking to myself, being smart, like, hey, all right, saying, you can't go here today. You got to chill. When you get off work, can't do no extra activities and all that stuff. All right, whatever. I'm a pretty laid back person anyway. I don't do all the other crazy shit. If I know I can't afford to do something, I'm not gonna go well beyond my means and not do it. And do it. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, cool. Um, so Monday comes. Now Wednesday, I miss Wednesday because of this whole access thing. So Wednesday come around, and I'm like, all right. They say you can't go through the gate. I got escorted off the base by a police officer. I'm like, all right, this is some crazy stuff. So I call my manager. I'm like, look, I can't come into work today because they escorted me off base. She's like, oh, okay, that's okay. We get it straight, whatever. I'm like, all right, that's gas wasted already. You know what I'm saying? That's another 30 minutes I got to ride back home. So I'm mad. All right. So then Monday comes. I get to the base. And they're like, you're not access list. I'm like, what's going on? And they tell me that somebody can't come through and bring me through. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, yo. So I called the manager again. I'm like, well, by that time, I guess she had called off because somebody else went through the same thing that I went through. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, all right, I got to go home again. So my tank is like, on a quarter tank? No, not even, like, maybe like 3 centimeters, 4 centimeters from E. Like I'm close on E right now. You know what I'm saying? Mind you, I ain't had no money. Like I ain't had 2 pennies rubbed together for real. Like it was just like, yo, I can't do this again. Like this, I can't do this. So the next day, I go to work. They tell me the same thing. So now they tell me I can't get through the gate again. So I'm pissed. Like I'm mad, cause I'm like, all right. I done wasted my gas once again. Now I'm damn near on E. I don't have no money to my name. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, that's a scary situation. It's like I don't have no money until Friday. And this is Tuesday. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, everything's running through my head right now. So I'm like, all right. So I called the manager. Now I'm mad. I'm like, yo, what's going on? Like, I can't even get through the gate. You know what I'm saying? What's going on? I done missed 24 hours of my job. That's $222 that I done missed out. That's going to be off my check. You know what I'm saying? I need that money. You know what I'm saying? And this is the difference between a job and work. This is why I say, when it comes to certain things or certain jobs or whatever, I feel like communication is the best key. You know what I'm saying? I don't think they didn't give a rat's ass about me. You know what I'm saying? As long as because it's vice versa, they'll be mad too. You know what I'm saying? But they getting their check. They getting on base. And the thing is, and I meant to throw in there, I would have to be working there for 3 months for me to get a certain kind of card. Yeah. I already made up in my mind I wasn't working there for 3 months. That's just work. Mind you, I keep saying work. I'm not working there for 3 months. I already knew that in my head because I want better. I don't want to be working there. Like that job was straight. I mean, it paid. It wouldn't need to pay, but it wasn't somewhere I could be like, I'll be here for. I bet there was people there for 3-4 years. Nah, I can't do that. Like I can't work there for 3 or 4 years doing the same thing every day, in and out, in and out. That shit is boring. That job was too easy for me, and that's why. Let me get it straight. That work was too easy for me. Where it got boring. Like this is it. Like this all I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, So back to the conversation I had with her. I'm like, look, you know what I'm saying? I done lost already money on this. Like, you know what I'm saying? I got bills like everybody else got bills. I don't have gas to keep running back and forth. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't have that. Y'all are managers. Half of the people in there are managers. They all family. Like, they all family. I'm the only black chick in there for real. So y'all all family. So y'all gonna look out for each other. Come on now. Against one black person, y'all got a crew of 15 Mexicans in there, and I'm the only black person. Y'all supervisors are Mexicans. Like, the managers are Mexicans. The GM is a Mexican. Like, where am I? Where do I fit in? Nowhere. So, all right, checking a box. You feel me? So I was like, yeah, what's going on? She was like, yeah, I don't know. I was like, look, you know what I'm saying? I ain't got gas to keep going back and forth. She was like, all right, we just going to take you, we're going to take you off the schedule until we get it situated. Okay, that's cool. they took me off the schedule. I thought they was just gonna take me off the schedule until Friday, I think, until I got my check. Cause I said I'm gonna still come up here and get my check, and she was like, "Oh, okay." And mind you, okay, even when Friday came, I was on the access list. Okay, so I was able to get on the base to get my check and stuff. I was mad about the check because, like I said, I done missed 24 hours of my job. That's $200. That's $200 off my check. You feel me? So I'm like looking at my check like, man, this is some motherfucking bullshit. Like, I could just wipe my ass with this. You know what I'm saying? Like, this crazy. You know what I'm saying? But I accepted what it is because some people don't get money at all. So I'm grateful for that. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna work with this. I'm gonna stretch this. You know what I'm saying? You know, I got family. I gotta eat. We gotta eat here. You know what I'm saying? Me and my baby, we gotta eat here. You know what I'm saying? I got cable and internet and electricity and all this other stuff and all this stuff going on. So I stretched my little check. All right, because that's just in my nature. I just know how to do stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? That wasn't an issue for me. So, you know, I emailed the GM, I texted the GM, and I called the GM. Now, this man's on vacation. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, all right. So when I go in on Friday, I see my name off the list for the whole week, young. Like, the whole week. I'm like, damn, they took me off the whole week, though? That's a whole nother, what, $400 I could have made? You know what I'm saying? Like, or however, I don't know. However they do their little joint. But that's a whole week worth of pay that I just missed. I didn't tell you to take me off the whole week. I just said, get the situation straight. This is the thing. All they had to do, and I was like, well, somebody, and this is what else I told her. I was like, well, is somebody gonna give me some kind of compensation, give me some, at least a day's worth of pay, because this is not my fault. This is not like I deliberately not went into work and was like, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? I didn't say that. It was just like, okay, that's a situation on y'all end. Because y'all tell me something, it's not y'all fault. It is y'all fault. Because y'all have the power to say, can y'all make sure, and this is what I'm talking about, can y'all make sure my employees are on this access list because, they got to get to work. They got to make money. That's how I would run a business. Let me make sure my employees are straight. But, because I feel like, and I don't know if that's what y'all getting, that's what I'm getting. Well, since I ain't in the fam, I ain't Mexican like y'all. I'm just a nigga that work there. However you want to say it, excuse me for saying that, but it's the truth. I'm just that black girl working there. Fuck her. Like, that's how I felt. Like, it's not our fault. But y'all can fix it, though. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got the power to fix it, to say, make sure my employee's straight. You know what I'm saying? Because she missing work. Help me. You know what I'm saying? We all be eating in here. That's some hating ass shit. For y'all not to even try to put me on to make sure your employee's good. Because there was another girl that went through the same issue on the same day that I went on it. You know what I'm saying? I talked to her that Friday when I went to go get my check. And they told her the same thing. It's not their fault. All you got to do is call. You know what I'm saying? And now she's somebody that, I don't know what her, her background is or whatever she is. I think she's like Ethiopian or something. I don't know what it was, but I would say, I'm not gonna say I'm the only black girl. I was the only American, I should say, because they had their little language going on too. I don't know what their language is either. You know what I'm saying? But I was the only one that spoke English clearly. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm the only American on it. So anyway, I'm just rambling, but I'm more ranting because I'm upset, because I'm confused, and I'm gonna get to the point eventually. I'm gonna get to the point soon. But yeah, so I was still like this same conversation I'm having with my manager. Can somebody compensate me for a day? She was like, nah, we can't really do nothing about it for. And I'm like, all right. And that's when I got to the point where, you know what? Until y'all fix it, just take me off. Just for the, until y'all fix it till Friday. You know what I'm saying? And then, like I said, when I came in, I was off Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and today. So I'm like, all right. So yesterday, I'm like, okay, I'm going to call tomorrow because I know they make the schedules on Tuesday. So I'm going to call tomorrow and tell them to put me on put me on. Now I got money now, so I can afford to go back and forth if that was the case. So I wouldn't be so upset. I got the money now, do that. I called this morning. I'm like, can y'all now wait a minute. Now this is what I failed to mention. I did give them a note maybe a week and a half ago, maybe longer than that, and told them, because like I said, I'm transitioning to a job, and told them I put my 2 weeks in. I said my last day is going to be the 24th. The 24th. Today is the 17th. Okay? So I still have another, week and a half to go to work there. I'm going to tough it out. You know what I'm saying? So I call. Now back to the story. I call. She's like, oh, you don't work here no more. I'm like, excuse me? She's like, I was like, is today the 24th already? Being sarcastic. She was like, well, because you couldn't get through the gate, you know what I'm saying, I guess you don't work here. Like, it was kind of weird how she was coming at me, because I'm like, I was like, I didn't quit. And she was like, I know, but you said you're about to go to another job. And I'm like, yeah, but today's not the 24th. And she was like, well, you got to talk to Ernesto. He's the GM. You got to talk to him, because he said he sent you the paperwork. I go on my phone and go to my Gmail. I don't see nothing from him, because I couldn't even get contact with him. So I don't see nothing from him, and I've been checking it all day. Mind you, I've been checking this all day. So I'm wondering when I got this paperwork. You know what I'm saying? And what I put on there was my last day was the 24th. Today's not the 24th. To my understanding, it's not. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, y'all pretty much, and I was like, and then she was like, because you weren't able to get on the base. I said I got on base on Friday to get my check. She was like, oh, you did? Yes, I was able to go on base to get my check. So y'all, what I got from this was y'all just pretty much assumed that I'm not going to come back to work because I can't get through the gate. So y'all assume that I didn't want to come back to work, or I quit, because I didn't quit. I still had until the 24th to, y'all assumed that I wasn't getting back on base, or I'm not coming back to work. What made you think that? I just said take me off the schedule until y'all get y'all stuck to the set, you know what I'm saying? Or take me off for that day or those 2 days so I can get my money right. You know what I'm saying? They don't give a fuck. They don't care. She's like, call him, and then if whatever he say, then I'll put you back on the schedule. So I called him. Of course, he didn't answer the phone. I said, I don't have time for this. Like, I ain't got time for this. He knows I'm calling him. He knows that. But because they looking out for fam, they don't give a fuck about Geneva, excuse me. Which I don't expect them to that extent. If y'all gonna look out for fam, look out for fam. But at the same time, be professional about it also. You know I didn't quit. You know I never said I'm done with this job. I told you I was done on the 24th. Today is the 17th, sweetheart. I really feel like calling up there again and just going in. Because that's not right. You know what I'm saying? I go in there every day, stand on my feet for 8 hours, 9 hours, whatever, do my job, do my work, you know what I'm saying, and go. And I think it's because, one, they don't care. Another thing is communication, because the whole time when I'm, now a real manager would have been like, okay, let me make sure she's good, like I said. Let me make sure she's good. That shows professionalism. There was no professionalism there at all. That's why I say, you know what? I'm glad that God has blessed me with this job, because at the end of the day, people like that don't get blessed. When you feel like you gotta come over and take advantage or do wrong to somebody, you don't get blessed for that. So y'all could continue to work at that little rinky dink. That's what it is, that rinky dink, and get paid that much. And I'm going to get my money, because I'm going to get paid way more than that. And maybe I should just go on that base and throw money in their face and say, can you make this? No, you ain't making that. But I'm not going to do that, because that's stupid. You know what I'm saying? But I want to. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, it's just like, you know, I'm upset. I'm confused. I'm like, damn, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I will be out of work until the 24th. My thing is now is like, dang, well, where the money gonna come in from? Wouldn't that be y'all question? Where your money coming in from? Hey, I'll make it work. I'll make it work. I always do. You know what I'm saying? I'll find a way. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna do no slut shit, but I'll find a way. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna have me. I'm not gonna be put in the same situation that I was in a year ago or just recently. I'm not finna do that. If I gotta do, I don't know, hustle or whatever, if I gotta do something real quick just to make sure, ends meet until the time that I start working, which I go to training next week, so it's not even that bad. It's not like I'm missing like 1,000 years of damn work, or you know what I'm saying. But it's just like my thing is, this is the principle about it. You know what I'm saying? It's just like I'm upset because I'm confused. Like, I never said that I quit, or I never. I don't know. I'm confused. I'm still confused. Like, y'all fired me low key. Like, without me knowing. Because I wasn't able to get on the access list. Well, what about the other people that can't get on there? You ain't gonna fire them, is you? No. It's not like and let me make this point across too. It's never like I went to work, had an attitude, or any problems with nobody. No. I mean, if they say hi to me, I'll say hi. You know what I'm saying? If they, said little words or whatever to me, I'll talk. It wasn't like I was rude. I'm never rude to anybody unless you make me rude. You know what I'm saying? Unless you take that out of me. But other than that, hey, how you doing? How y'all doing today? Hey. You know what I'm saying? That's about it. That's all you gonna really get, because most of the time y'all speak in Spanish anyway. So, that it's not like I'm ignoring you. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, it is what it is. It's lesson learned. But like I said, I'm right now, and that's what I told the people that when I took this interview, it's like, look, I'm tired of working at these rinky-dink jobs. You know what I'm saying? I want a job where I can put my suit and tie on. You feel me? I'm at the age where I need to put my suit and tie on. You know what I'm saying? I'm tired of wearing uniforms and stuff. And I want to look as professional, and I want to be looked at as a professional, not just I'm going to work, I'm doing this little thing, and I'm going home. Nah, I want to build a relationship with people in the sense of work. You know what I'm saying? So I'll take the L. I'll take it. I really feel like calling up there and just going in. Like, I just so want to. The more and more I talk about it and the more and more I think about it, it just makes me want to just go in. Because it's just, I guess that's just the madness I have right now. I'm mad. Because just like, what the hell made y'all think that I quit? I never said I quit. I said on the 24th I'll be done. I don't know. Tell me what y'all think. You know what I'm saying? I know it's a long video, but tell me what y'all think.